I've been here, we've never done one and then go. Yeah, that's what they go for. Yeah, I can't remember, Miami. I appreciate it. Bring him. Up in the front. Yeah. Good. How you doing there, boss? Yes, sir. But I can't do the carport thing unless they approve the footing part of the driveway area, which is perfect on the original and the guy. Person I was. Oh, really? You did, yeah.
So is Ed. Ed's
Yeah,
wife.
almost had the baby.
Oh, he just had the baby? I saw them on a little party and she looked really.
All right, so it's 6:30, so let's go ahead and get started. Is everybody checked in? So make sure everyone's checked in. Okay, good. I want to go with everyone that's here first. So good evening, everyone. This is the Planning and Design Review Board meeting for the Village of Biscayne Park. It is Monday, May 19th, 6:31. Do the roll call. David Gruen, Pablo Hurtado,
Here.
H. Hartung here, as well as Linda is representing the.
Motion to excuse Edward Scarlett.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. So do you want to do?
Linda, I'm just going to motion everything and then Pablo will say.
You don't have to.
You tell me jump and I say no high.
Just make-
It looks efficient. We demonstrate maximum efficiency in the Village of Biscayne Park. I will hear nothing else.
We do have one thing that needs to be moved. We have 6H, which is 11705 Northeast Seventh Avenue. It's actually a new build family residence. It should go to 7A. It should be a discussion item.
7B, only have a 7A.
Those 6H, 7B, I'm sorry. The 6H should be 7B. I get a motion to move that.
Let's go.
Scarlett just joined the meeting. Good evening, Scarlett.
A motion to move 6H to 7B.
Aye. Aye. All right, so let's go with first thing here, 5A, 739 Northeast on 11th Street, single family residence, Soto Group. Hello. So this is where we've done our reviews. Second review,
Or no, this is, I think, the third review,
second.
review.
I apologize. We actually have
A motion
our
to move 5A
seven
to 7C.
C, yes. The 5A is now 7C. I have a motion. I have a second. We have a new, you can, since I
Yeah,
called
we
you,
already called you.
I'm gonna bring you up. We have our building clerk left, so we have a new person doing the agenda. They're not understanding the ins and outs. This is the second review. So I called you. Let's go ahead and take care.
So last time we had annotated the setbacks and now we have.
I remember this.
Hello.
So the front setback 30 feet to the balcony overhang,
Mhm.
10 feet to the second floor overhang. And 10 feet to the second floor overhang, which is 4 inches off of that wall.
Okay.
And then the 25 feet in the back, the cabana is at 10.
Well, actually, the second, just to clear, the rear setback is 10 feet, but you're providing for the main structure 25 feet.
25
But this is the one we look for, the
Okay.
10 and 10 here.
10 and 10.
Yeah, for the accessory structure.
Right, and then just showing you that the pool's at 23.4.
Okay,
And the overhang of the second floor is at 14.4. So
Okay.
it's still within the 10.
okay.
Do you know what this dimension is? Is that 15 feet? Because that would be.
That is 15 feet.
Okay.
That is
Do
15
you know
feet.
if, is that on a different?
I can probably, I did a little,
Well, let's just, I'm sorry, before we jump to that real quick, I see 1, 2 trees. Are there any other trees
These
that
are
are
ma-
coming out?
these are mangoes.
This mango tree's coming out?
Yeah, so if you look at the,
The tree survey?
um,
So we have this one is coming out.
these
This
are
one,
all,
these are,
mango. This one's a little tiny thing that says tree.
okay. So
So,
it's basically mangoes that are coming out.
yeah, it's basically mangoes. This one here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so,
So we did a roof plan here, and in the roof plan, you can see all the overhangs again. They're listed, the 10 all around. First floor plans are here.
and you have your two levels here. You're providing your 2
We-
levels
yeah,
here,
you see-
here.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Um,
I did have a question.
your overall height on this, do you have it on a further elevation?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry, you were saying you have a question?
I did. Let me go to the elevations.
we'll come back.
So to answer your question, 4 plus 8 is 5. So that's fine. 15.
Okay. We're gonna come back. I mean, unless you want to ask that question
Yeah, no,
later.
I just want to see the elevation here. So my question was this, our full height, which is 26, 7 3/4 is to this point. We have a feature wall that goes over the 27, and I was wondering if that's allowed or not.
28,
So I have to drop this down?
yeah. But
Okay,
then you're gonna start adding, you're gonna end up, because this is one of your areas that's providing you the second.
well, I have this level,
this just- is
this
it-
level's lower. This is just one single wall as a,
But if you're saying that this is at 26 and 7 3/4, the top piece can be 28, correct?
right?
I mean, it's not much of a, it's not giving him the effect that you're looking for, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we wanted to run through as what we're looking for.
Yeah, so. As long as this total thing where it says 27 3/4. Or 27 7 3/4.
Even these have to be at 28.
Yeah, we'll drop them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's 1.3 feet and. So now, right?
Okay.
So you're saying-
Okay. Can we go back to the
Yeah.
floor?
You tell me where you wanna go. So, okay.
Yeah, so where are you starting at? What's your elevation here that you're starting at? Your because you're at 8 feet here, right? And your base flood is what? You're starting at, your 0 point is at 8 on this lot?
Let's see. So I haven't determined that yet. It'll be
Okay.
a flood +1, right?
+1, yeah.
It'll
Okay,
be a flood +1. And we've got 2 steps here to not make this overly high.
okay.
The first page, which is, not this one, the next one.
You're at 10,008 lot and your total lot of coverage, that's 52. That's everything. That's your driveway, everything, every
Yeah,
pathway, walkway, AC pad, it's
yes,
total lot coverage.
yes.
So you're at 47.8.
Yeah, and I mean, this is actually as good as we get as far as breaking it down. Cause see, they even have the.
What's those?
Okay,
So those. 2675, this is 75 feet across.
Right.
So.
What do
You
you,
just have to, so this part, all of this has to be less than 40% of the front yard.
So you have a 40-foot driveway material,
so here,
so
we
forty
did, we did
percent,
it right here.
31,
okay.
31 points.
But this is the swale, right? So the
This is
front,
here.
yeah, the front
This is the-
yard has its own,
So this is the driveway impervious area.
17.
calculation.
You did it.
okay.
So this is, we did this as one and we did that as another.
Oh, okay.
So this one
Sorry,
is
yeah, I
that,
didn't see,
and that's that,
down that part. Okay.
and then everything
Oh,
else is the
Okay.
big one.
No, I just wanted to make sure that you, and then the septic, I assume, is going in this. area.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the next page.
So what we did was that we put the property lines here and showed you the 30 feet to the all our setbacks. The ones that are there, you see them here. So the 14.4, the 28.
I mean, there's no set overhang dimension in the code, but I mean, 4 of 10 is, I see it's a wing, so it's kind
So
of,
what it is that
it's-
everything overlaps the 2 feet.
yeah,
So it's really 2 feet plus the 2 feet, 45. So, if that's okay, we'd like to keep that way.
okay.
Yeah.
It's an overhang, it's pushing it a little bit, but it is a wing, okay, so. You got your undulation, I mean, this is first floor, we're not really looking so much. At that, we've already covered all that. It's
The
here,
Mechanical equipment on the side is actually gonna be kind of blocked. We're just gonna see it.
So there's a house over here,
Well, there's also a fence that's like,
right? This will
Up
have a
here.
property fence.
yeah, they're, on the first page, they have a fence on this side that's like set
Right,
fairly back.
and is this at grade
that is a grade.
roughly? Okay, so it's gonna be down low.
Yeah.
On the first
I mean, the
floor,
landscaping will take care of it, if anything.
okay. So it looks like you're not at your 30 feet for,
No, we
you're-
talked
you're-
about
you're
that
further back,
before,
yeah.
and we talked about this window. It's the only one looking out that we're gonna make translucent.
okay,
All the bedrooms face this way, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. And this balcony has the wood louver breaks on it,
nice,
which is not necessary because you only care about this part.
yeah. You sure you don't want to take that detail and put it like as an applique above the window and get
We
rid of the
could.
translucent?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're doing it here
Okay,
and then we're doing it all around. It might be overkill.
such a beautiful blue sky out there that when you're walking on that hallway, you know,
So this is just a dimension plan.
but he's the
That's
architect,
that,
he's the architect.
And then we have it on
That's
this.
the wall that blocks that.
So, it's gonna be a wall, it's gonna be considered actually part of the fence permit. So when you come in, you'll apply for a wall, with your walls or fences, and can't exceed 6 feet, so.
Okay.
It'll be part of the. Because if not, if it's part of the house and it's gonna kick into the setbacks and all that kind of stuff, so.
Okay,
So you'll just make sure you note it as like under the fence permit.
for fence, right?
Fence, yeah.
I want to circle this.
No, too.
Perfect. Dimension drawings of all the rooms. The way it works.
Cool.
Lighting plan, affected ceiling plan. I don't know, you need to see. this.
Yeah, we're not.
Um,
Nice, though, it's nice. Okay, so-
Elevations, so this is the front elevation. This is the garage, will be a glass door. With translucent glass.
cause you're doing a double height,
And
that was
we're-
your intent is to
Yeah,
have something. you can do
yeah,
double
so
height.
we're
How
going-
wide is the garage?
I believe it's
18?
2022.
Oh, the garage, the doors, I mean, the
18,
the doors are 18.
18,
Yeah,
which is,
that's fine, that's fine.
so the garage is 21 and the doors are 18.
Okay.
Which is the biggest you can get for this.
Yeah.
NOA in this one. This will be a metal panel.
Yeah, can you do me a favor and dimension that, this, because this is being considered part of the roof line that's giving you the ability to do, you know,
The
'cause,
overhang.
yeah, well, it's, the overhang is because you have to have 2-level roofs by a foot separation.
Right.
So you're considering this wing is an architectural detail that's actually part of the roofing. It's really roof. So I just think that maybe the dimension on it would just help clarify that, you know, it's gotta
This
be,
way or this way?
well, just the height dimension, yeah.
Oh,
Just so that it's called out that there is an architect, you know, a dimension change. And I don't know if this and this, these look like they're 2 separate heights too.
they are.
Okay. But they're not, they don't look like they're 1 foot though. That's, it has to give you that 1 foot relief that we're. So I don't know if this parapet can be brought down a little bit and that could be, yeah. Okay, okay.
This is the side facing the neighbor. This is their translucent panel. This is where the mechanical equipment's going. Remember that we had this balcony here, so we moved. We used to have this here and then you could look out. Now we put this up to the 6-foot height,
Mhm.
so you can't look out.
Thank you.
This is the balcony that we're talking about, of that bedroom facing that way. They'll have the louvers. These are just our sections, so what we'll do is we'll alter this and drop the ceilings here.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
We're doing a green roof.
Bruce, can I go back to that page? What's underneath the fence?
So this is gonna be succulents only, and this is a specialty roof that is basically works dry and it works like in 2 inches. So this is not gonna be a cascading plant situation that has a lot of root systems. It collects here and so the person walk out of the balcony will look down into it. The person on the floor will not.
There's no real soil?
No. No, it's just layers of materials.
Is that what it's called? Sedum mat?
Mhm.
Interesting.
It works really well. I mean, it's better than putting artificial turf.
Okay.
Why is it?
Well, because you get some
Define.
actual live growth, right?
Agreed.
And the succulents have flowers and stuff. And this will be, this is also the intention of this is for it to be vines going up there. So all of this will be green all around.
Where is this, the two? So in the front looks like just one.
Well, you're looking
Oh, you
at
can't see it,
perspective
you
here.
can't
You're-
see it,
so, yeah.
perspective.
Yeah, if you look at the elevations, you actually, there's another roof line above that that's
Okay.
above it. So
Oh,
it does
okay.
provide it, but when you're looking, when you do look from the street, it's gonna look like a, you know, flat roof across, but he is providing the different roof levels. So. Okay, all right, so next meeting will be your 3rd review. And I don't think
Okay.
the changes were all that. Okay. Okay, and if you nail it, we can maybe move it to a vote. If it's, you come back with the final revision, then we
Okay,
could possibly,
okay, gotcha.
we could probably move it to a vote, so it looks
okay,
pretty
so
good.
just those roof lines can't be higher than 28,
28 total house.
and they have to have a 1 foot difference.
Yes.
Shouldn't he also indicate what the base flood elevation is?
Yeah, we need to know where you're gonna start that 0 at,
Okay,
because it might, you know, we're not gonna have you
Okay.
build up 6 feet and put 0 on top
Oh,
of that,
gotcha.
you know,
Of
we need to
course.
know like what the true overall height of
okay,
that house is gonna be from the street, you know?
okay. So, what type of freeboarding do you allow here?
That's that. I don't know the answer to that, actually. Is it what?
No, so, but I do what you guys do at Coral Gables.
Yeah.
We allow 3 foot of freeboarding. So what it is that FEMA says you have to be at base flood +1.
That's where we're at,
So
yeah.
we say, no, you know, situations happen, so we give you 3 feet, Miami Beach gives you 5. So our count of the 28, let's say, starts potentially from wherever you started, but it can be
20,
2 feet
31,
higher than-
31. So, you know,
2 feet
we're trying to be very conscious of that, so.
We
So if the-
don't have the east of US 1 problem. Oh, well, actually you said
Yeah.
Coral Gables,
Yeah.
sorry. I was thinking Miami Shores, 'cause Miami Shores freaks out east of you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're trying to avoid is like saying, okay, now it's base flood and then we're gonna do 3 feet of freeboard. No, it's really, that's why we want to see that, so. Yeah, so we don't want it to become, 31 feet.
So there
over.
is no freeboarding?
No, I wouldn't say there's not. It's 1 foot, yeah,
Oh, it's just a standard FEMA.
yeah,
Okay,
so,
all right, thanks.
thank you.
All right, next will be 5E 11908 Northeast Fifth Avenue. Here. Diane Giraby. Yeah. If you like, you can just go up to the microphone and
we have corrections in the roof as you request for the facade. So we do the same system. It can see. And we upload the load coverage calculation updated and the setbacks in the site plan are there.
one of the things I don't think we really focused on the last time was to make sure that we're at flat coverage. 2%. People look at that document. There's just a lot of pages there.
Okay.
Oh, father, nothing more helpful. Oh,
And we reduce
Lot of
the,
calculations for,
uh,
I don't know if these are the windows or what. A lot of footage.
the calculation changed completely because we remove detached and attached terrace we had before. So it's not there anymore. And we reduce the height of the parapets as well as you requested.
They have the lot coverage.
Now we have more.
It's the third,
Is on the page 5.
yeah,
Fires. Okay.
keeping 10'2" on one side and 10 foot on the other. And then it's 16'2" to the back.
So are you, ma'am, I'm just asking, are you proposing a, like a hip roof on the front?
Yeah,
Okay, so you got rid of the flat roof on the front,
yeah,
tying it in with like a hip roof.
yeah. It's gonna be now the hip one.
But it'd still be flat in the back.
Yeah,
You're just doing a hip roof that's gonna go out and cover.
yeah.
the front.
It's gonna be a hip in the front.
Yeah,
And we reduce the parapet in the rear, so from the front, you will not see it. Yeah, exactly. Like in the half.
They took care of the roof line. that we had concerns with.
Mhm.
Lot coverage is fine.
Just remember that you're being at 41% when you come to do the
Pool and the decking
Mhm.
around the pool that it can't. it can be
Yeah.
50, but I'm fine with it.
So that lot coverage does not include proposed pool or anything?
No.
There's nothing on the site plan?
Well, they talk about a future pool, but the lot coverage doesn't indicate, like, doesn't take
No.
that into effect.
We only indicate just for the purpose that you know that probably in the future she will do it, but it's not going to be in this part of the project.
I just want to make sure it's clear because sometimes they'll come back and say, well, it's on the plan, future pool. No,
Yeah.
the lot coverage now does not include that pool, then you're at
Mhm.
41%.
Yeah.
You revise that when it comes time to put the pool in, you're gonna have 9% lot
Mm-hmm.
work with, and the pool deck and everything that goes.
Yeah.
Motion to approve.
David and Pablo, say aye. Good, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Working with us.
Thank you.
All right, 6A, 951 Northeast 116th Street. Y'all live together? Are you the neighbor? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has not been built yet, no?
No.
Okay. Um. So is the existing fence that's there, is it on your property or their property?
My property.
Their property. And I need
Well,
to go to a microphone,
um,
actually. Well, she's,
Okay,
so, okay.
okay, I should be speaking
Yes,
first.
so
Okay.
just 1 second, sir. I'm just.
The survey that you have clearly shows that the fence is half a foot inside my land from the property line. And it was put there by the owners that bought the property in 2002. Okay, so the reason they put it half a foot inside my land is because when they moved, there was a chain link fence on the lot line. Okay, so that's why it's inside. They didn't sell to me. They sold the property to Patrick Ahern in 2017, and then Patrick sold to me. But I got a hold of Amy and Robert, Refeka, 2 years ago, and they assured me that the fence, they built the fence themselves. And this morning I spoke to them again because me and my neighbor were having, this little argument, who the fence belongs to. So they assured me that they built that fence and the fence was inside my land. And that's exactly what the property service shows.
Thank you. We do have a survey that is dated, is. Saw it. 6/30/2023.
Yeah.
Is there a survey that's after the fact? Okay,
The fence that she's referring to is basically two fences, I can show you now on my computer.
Okay.
They're basically two fences from. From here back, I do the fence, I can then talk to the public. The one that she's talking about Amy, is that they created this on 1 floor, because they placed the concrete slab there, 1 floor. And that's what's going down right there.
That's not accurate. I spoke to Amy and Robert this morning, and they said that they built that fence completely from the bottom of the lot all the way through the slab. That's what they told me this morning, and I can get a written statement from them. That fence is inside my land, I insist. So how can he have control of the fence that is inside my land? If the fence is his, then I'm asking him to remove it. Because I need to put my new fence. The fence, a quarter of the fence, it's already, it was blown away by the last storm that we had. And the rest of the fence is unsafe and barely holding up. Okay, so that I bought the material, I'm ready to replace the fence. And, you know, this is, you know, why I requested permits for. That has nothing to do with this situation, James. No, it's not, no, it's not, it's.
Do you have a survey of yours? Because this is.
Yes, and it coincides with mine. It's the same. The fence is inside my land.
So. This is the side that.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
I-
We should follow surveys, legitimate permit requirements.
So they provided the survey, they provided the.
Correct.
Mhm.
Where the fence is now, what does that survey say?
Well, the issue is that this has a fence.
But what are you,
What is it showing
this-
there?
but
but
this
the
fence-
pictures say nothing.
Wait, sorry, guys, please, this fence dimension, this is not as long as what the dimension is that's on here. This is 115 feet.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
This doesn't have,
This is your story.
this is very
James.
zoomed in. Do you like? But is it, so in relation to this being done on July 6th of 2023, when is this one? This one? Yeah, because my opinion, like that, the survey shows a completely different fence line that's not even close to the same length as this one that was done in 2023.
20 years.
Yes, it's 20
older.
years older. So what I'm saying is like, from your position, it's very difficult to, when she has one that's done in 2023 that shows that dimensionality and it shows that it's half a foot inside of it, then that's going to be the more accurate piece, because it's also running off of the
So here's the thing.
most
So,
recent.
You know, we've been kind of thrown into this thing here and, you know, none of us have looked at it. None of us have, this is not our job to go out and look at this physically. That's really the building officials. So to me, I think this should be paused until it can be confirmed. They have the proper fencing, they have the proper survey, they have everything that they need to get a permit, but we also need to be neighbors with each other here. So, you know, Skip, you can, or not Skip.
Pedro.
Just see this, a third party person, not saying. we're
James,
government.
can you please?
Yeah,
I'm trying to listen.
yeah, we're trying to, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I just want to put a pause on this, and I'm not, you have all your documentation, but he has an argument that he's saying the fence is on his property. And in order to keep us from being dragged into something between the two of you, I think that we should table this and let our building official go out and look at this and look at his documentation, look at your documentation, clarify it, and then at the next meeting, we bring it back and we vote on this. So,
Then
the burden of proof is yours, sir. Really is. They have their survey that's dated 3 years ago. So, and the survey does show that it is 5 inches on their property.
Mhm.
half a foot.
Half a
half a-
foot,
0.5, okay.
0.5.
Sure. Yeah.
There's lots of survey companies. My thought would be that, like, I'm willing to table this for one meeting, which 2 weeks. And that should be enough time to have a new, there's tons of survey companies, and I got a survey done in 2 days. So my thought would be is unless he comes up with a different survey before the next meeting, but then you'll be able to vote to approve this and let it be Pedro's situation to verify, unless by that next meeting, you bring a new survey that says, oh, this fence is on your property. Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if, let's say that the fence is on the line or whatever, there's nothing that stops them from building a secondary fence just inside of what that existing fence is, if it's.
Yeah, if it's on your property, they could build their fence on their side and you just have two fences backing up to each other.
I show you a survey, James. You're not being bullied. I'm giving you the proof. Of course I did, and I'm gonna find the
Put it
text.
Where it is, though. That's the intent, is to put it where exactly is right now, so it's fine. If we gotta go by surveys.
We had a conversation last weekend, and I told you I'm gonna put it in the same place, even though I know it's inside my land, but you continue. No, now you have to get your own survey.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong, you're trying to replace it in the existing line. You're not moving the location. You're placing it exactly where it is on your survey, which is half a foot inside of the line.
That's what I was gonna do, but now with this situation, he's gonna have to get a new survey and show where the property line is. And then I will put it, if I put
right
it there,
inside the-
or it has to be inside the property line.
Right.
Sure, and
Okay.
just to understand, you have a problem with them replacing the exact fence where it exactly lines with a new fence in the exact same position.
If they put it in the same exact spot, I have no problem.
But what,
If they try to put it
Mhm.
5 inches, like, I do have a problem, because I feel like they're trying to gain more land for their property.
Right, so there's a survey that you'll need to submit so that you can verify, and then.
But just so that you guys understand, what you're submitting is saying that you want to put the fence up half a foot, 0.5 feet inside of your property line. So that's correct, right?
that's what I submitted.
Yeah.
But he
so-
doesn't-
so They are
There it
trying to
is.
move it half a foot outside off of what they've submitted, right? Now, when you guys go to close the permit, right, then the building official that's gonna come out and look is gonna make sure, oh, okay, this is in the exact same spot that the previous one is. That's not any of our jobs. But what it sounds like is, and what the papers are, is that they're replacing exactly where it is with exactly a new fence. Sounds like that's the part that makes you feel like, hey, this isn't a bullying situation. They're not moving the line one way or the other.
Perfect, I'm okay with that, if we can get the gentleman that he said to go inspect to see where it is at now.
Well,
And then when they do the job, they inspect.
There-
He's gonna go out and look, but the same thing that's gonna happen is what we're doing here is where's your documentation that the fence is
Exactly.
actually, on your property?
Uh,
So, we'll pause this for 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to get a survey, come out unless you get convinced that the fence the way it is now, and they're gonna replace it and give you a brand new fence, that you're gonna enjoy one side of because there's only half a foot on the other side. But since we've been drawn into this, I'd rather pause for another meeting, which is 2 weeks. And then we can come back and you can be comfortable with what they're gonna do. The one thing that I did notice that there's no documentation on what the fence looks like. There's no like.
It's the same material
No,
that says wood.
There's no like, we need to have on here, there's like, is it board on board? Is it shadow box? Is it horizontal?
Boards, yeah.
Okay, I
exactly.
don't have anything in this.
Because it's in
documentation here.
the floor plans.
So
that were
technically, your
approved.
packet is not 100% complete.
No,
because
no, it is,
We
it
don't
is.
have,
But we have, there's another, so there's, yeah, well, I mean.
No,
mention
please
it.
explain.
So we have another set of plans that was approved for
For
another project
remodeling
that it
and
was a
construction.
remodelation, so it's there, it's just a separate application that was there.
okay, so
Oh,
it just
so
needs to
I'm
be,
gonna-
whatever that documentation needs to be uploaded into this.
Sure.
Into
we'll
this
submit the
permit
full set of
application.
Plans and
Mhm.
that's no problem.
When they do the fence, the nice, I guess unless they do shadow, like that's how it was, shadow, that both sides are nice. They will have to put the nice side on my side, right?
Yes, correct. The nice side of the fence has to
Okay,
face
so
out.
it either has to be shadow, which I'm okay with, because that's already down, or the nice side on my, oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Is that what your application is for?
I don't know what he said. What was
Yeah.
that? What was that?
Yeah, it's the same fence that we have now.
It's,
Yeah, it's
So it's
same
symmetrical.
design.
The one side looks the exact same as the other
Yeah.
side because it's
Yeah.
alternating.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
On either side of the
correct. It's,
Exactly.
it's,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so the question is you're seeming to be amicable now to this. If they do a shadow box fence, do you want to, you still want the pause or are you okay with us voting on this and?
I prefer that too because I want to convince him that the fence is inside my property line. And as I mentioned before, I spoke to the previous owners and they put it half a foot inside because in his property, and he moved 2 years after they moved. He moved in 2004, they moved in 2002. And there was a chain link fence on the property line. So that's why mine is inside my land.
So,
What I would say is the motion table, right? Unless he writes an email to you as the chair saying.
no, it's gonna come back to the board in 2 weeks at our next meeting. And the board can make a decision whether or not he has proof that's contrary to their application. Then at that point, we can, you have to say, okay, you must put the new fence at this location or whatever, so.
The only thing I want to say is that you need to get, like, they have a survey, a legal document. So what they're trying to do is, by law, if you don't agree, you can't go by pictures. You have to have a survey. No, but your survey is 20 years old.
2000.
Okay, but my point is that you have to bring a survey that is current, like, otherwise you cannot, No, I know, but I'm just saying that, yeah. No.
Okay, it's okay. We don't, I need to,
When I hired this company, the surveyor, I told them to pay special attention to the lot line and the fence location. So he did it perfectly. You can see it there.
we're gonna table this. And you're gonna provide us with more details of the type of fence you're looking to build. I mean, I know you have it, but we need to have it in the application. And if you have an objection to them coming back in 2 weeks, you need to have a survey or some kind of documentation that supersedes their survey. And, but hopefully you can work it out. And
Yeah,
be
that's
good
fine.
neighbors.
I mean,
So,
I thought we had
All right.
worked it out.
okay. Thank you. I had David
Thank you.
and Pablo. Yeah, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Good. Everybody's still here, right? That's checked in. Okay, 6E would be 11001 Northeast 9th Avenue, bathroom enlargement. Okay.
You have questions? It's a little addition because they're going to enlarge the master bathroom and they need the place that is the master bathroom. So they are going to build a new bathroom.
You're kind of filling in that corner in the back
Yes,
there.
yes.
So you're not affecting any of your setbacks.
No, the same
You're
setbacks.
lining up with the existing structure.
Yes. Mhm.
It's in the rear.
Yes.
back, right?
Yes. Mhm. It's
The-
close to the swimming pool. Mhm.
Is that a flat roof back there existing now?
No.
Yeah, existing flat roof.
Yes,
Th-
yes,
so
around,
the
yes,
fence is gonna be a
yes.
continuation
Mhm.
Of
Yes.
that flat roof.
Lot coverage won't exceed.
Hmm? The lot coverage
Yeah. When you add that, you'll-
is, the living area is, which one? The one we are going to addition, the addition? Or the whole lot?
Total lot coverage.
The total lot is 1,537 is all the living area.
Not that, it says, we look for lot coverage, which is your pool, your walkways, your driveways, anything that's touching the ground.
Oh,
you have to
yes.
have that- You have to have that calculation. So
Oh,
by
yes.
adding this little corner here, are you
Okay.
going over?
Mm-hmm,
It's gotta see it on the drawing.
mm-hmm.
No, I've been looking inside different legends on the different pages.
He's adding 128 square feet.
Yeah, it should,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, yeah, unless you were at.
Unless you're-
49.9. How big is your lot?
The lot is 10,000 to 9375.
How big is?
The addition,
Ma'am, there's an actual form that you have to fill out or have on your drawings that show all of the different dimensions, total lot coverage,
Okay.
the building, the driveways.
Yes,
Which I'm not finding.
yes, I have.
My board members have not found it.
You're probably fine. You just need to-
So, well,
Just need to have a document, we'll have that document.
so Gage, the one, you go to page 8 of 17. On the left-hand side, it's like non-conforming into the, you see that, how, that roofed area goes all the way to the property line?
That roof structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not touching it, what is that roof structure that's on this?
But if she changes, if she changes the footprint of the house, doesn't she then have to bring it into conforming or no?
It's there,
Okay,
and unless we can
okay,
determine that it was built within, without a permit and,
okay.
what this,
No, we know what you're gonna do.
you know what you're gonna do, but you have a roof structure right now that's in the side setback. That's non-conforming and yeah, is it like a porch or something? Like metal roof or something? Okay. So it's like a,
So,
yeah. It's just that if you take it down to put like this addition on, you're gonna can't put it back up.
Doesn't look like.
so the total building,
When you look at the backyard, there's a lot of.
It doesn't, isn't.
You're not near, but we're gonna ask that you fill out this form. There's a lot coverage calculation form. Please fill it out and submit it. Yeah. We're gonna-
Alright. so motion to table pending lot calculation form.
Table. What do we want to table? Can we just approve it?
Motion to approve pending lot calculation form.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, I don't foresee it being over 50%.
Oh, it was at 41.
So she's adding 128 square feet. Think it goes over?
Oh, it's at 41 with, uh,
Oh, okay.
I rounded up.
It was 6I, 12015 Northeast 7th Avenue driveway.
Hi, good evening. So we have already a driveway and asphalt. I have uploaded some photos of the current situation. The idea is to enlarge, to do like a two-way entrance and make a space that we have that is now dead, enlarge that too and do it concrete. I have done the calculations, but mine is a corner lot. So we'll see a lot of steps because I'll have to do the calculation for the 1/4 of the circle and everything else, but
Right, so right now you're saying you're at 30% for the.
Yeah.
approach And 19% for the rest of it, okay? And it's gonna be.
and it's a
gonna be
sidewalk as
concrete
well.
now? You're taking.
Yeah, I'm taking out the asphalt and replacing everything with concrete.
She indicated that
Yeah, there's like a,
standard form. She indicated.
I try my best to put as much
Oh,
information.
this is the most excited I've ever been reading.
Thank
So
you.
the thing that's going around the front is just a walkway, a 4
Yeah, that's a
wide
walkway. Uh-huh. 4 foot by whatever that extension is. I forgot.
And it's just gonna be solid concrete, there's
Yeah.
no grass or anything in between.
In between, I'm planning to put some stones like marble crushed stones, something like that in between them.
I mean, it is a lot of concrete in one area, but you're within your right to do it because you have a 40% total lot coverage. There's nothing in the code that says you can't put all the concrete on one side and then have all the grass.
You
on
won't
the
see
other side.
much because we have trees and a hedge there. So it's kind of like hidden. So if you're concerned about the concrete look, you won't see much from the street.
You don't want to look like a basketball court.
No, you won't. I promise to make it look nice.
She has indicated like the idea of.
Okay,
Or,
no, it's fine.
motion to approve?
David and Scarlett, all in favor say
Uh,
aye. Aye.
Can I just, since we're here, we have, if you see in our survey, there's a place in front of the pool where it's after our where the property line, not property line, but the actual building, let's put it this way. And we couldn't figure out what to do with that, to be honest. And I don't know if we can put a pergola there and do like maybe a barbecue area.
So,
It's fenced there between the pool and where the property
yeah,
finishes.
I have the survey here in front of me. You're talking about between the pool and the street.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hedge and it's fenced. It's protected.
Yeah, so I mean, you're allowed to actually put a fence that, out from the house 15 feet. And which it seems like you might already have that there.
No, we have right by where the property is.
House.
Yeah, where the house finishes. We could extend 15 feet. Yeah, we were told that. But I don't know if that would be the limit to build, you would
Well, you
say?
could, well.
Because I'd
the
rather
fence.
keep
I
the
thought we were talking About
fence.
the fence here. So you're a corner lot, so you're allowed to have a thing, it's called a bump out. So you're allowed to have a fence on either one side or the other, and if you choose this side, you're allowed to do it. You're allowed to go out 15 feet from the front of the house, but no closer than 15 feet to the street. So right now you're at 29'9".
No,
You-
I got that, but my idea wouldn't, because the fence is basically you can see through. So my idea was not to mess with the fence and just do something by that part, like
So
a
here's the thing,
barbecue or
what you're-
whatever.
What you're asking for then is a structure, which is something that's built. Then your front setback issue kicks in. So you're not allowed to put like a structure in front of the house. So you would, yeah.
Not even a pergola
You
or
could have a
something like that.
barbecue, but it would have to be like a barbecue on wheels that you pull out and you know.
I cannot do
you can-
flooring or anything on
Sorry?
that, like some sort of flooring, because I can do with
So
like
you
trees.
could have you could have a patio there.
Yeah, like a patio,
You could
for
have a
example.
patio
Yeah.
area. Yeah, there's.
Is that would.
But then it becomes, it technically, because of the way it is, it would have to fall under the calculations of your driveway because it's
Yeah.
coverage of the front lot.
Yeah,
but
would
you're
be in
Still, again, you're
between-
way under your,
Yeah, you still have more room, so, I mean, one thing playing the most devil's advocate is they could add in a little driveway.
Yeah, kind of like a concrete or tile kind of
Concrete.
flooring.
you could extend your pool deck out into that area.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's no issue with that. It's just that you can't have anything that's built above the pool deck.
Okay, what if they, from that, hold on one second. That 4-foot walkway that goes to it, if they extended that south and then expanded on it a little bit, made a little square, could they then use a carport exception to put a carport over that area since it's also falling under the driveway part?
It's not because you're not
It's not connected.
connecting to the street. It's not a carport, you know.
Yeah, so you could, that 4-foot walkway, this part down here, if you wanted to bring this down and make it bigger and prettier, right? And you could put like a rolling barbecue, you probably get away with putting some barbecue stuff. If you start to make.
Anything that's
not
permanent that-
Permanent, it does, you can't really do that.
No,
40
well, it's total lot 50, the driveway's 40%. And you're benefiting from the fact that you have two fronts. So it's 40% of that entire area that you have. So you have a lot of space.
Based off lot count, you have plenty of room if you wanted to do something more decorative. You just couldn't put anything that is permanent on top of it. You could put,
You could buy an umbrella, put
Like
an
sun-
umbrella, open an
sun-
umbrella up that,
Sunshade stuff that is tied to trees or the house or whatever. You could do that. You could put grill on wheels and stuff like that in there, your furniture.
Very simple, because Ziegler is not.
no.
If you have to put footings in and all that stuff, then it comes, and it's not that it's not possible. You could apply for a variance to try and get it. But a
Not,
variance for that type of thing is not gonna get passed. So they're gonna be like, no, we have plenty of.
no, because it's a front setback. It's a different issue, so.
Yeah.
But, you know, you could put, you know, a rolling umbrella out there that you open up when you want to use it and you know.
Yeah, you just extend that 4-foot thing and.
And if you decide to do it and you now have this permit, which you will have this permit, you could come in for a revision of that and we could consider it. So you could put it on the same permit as your driveway.
Yeah, because it might take them 2 months to approve.
Yeah. So.
No,
It's something, you know, we're the first step. So you still have to go through all the building departments, things like that for the permit application for the driveway. But if you wanted to come in for a revision for what you're asking, it might be benefit you to do it now. All right, so we have 2 discussion items, 7A, 110, is this the gentleman here? I'm sorry, no? Are you on the agenda? Did we miss you checking in? Oh, you're visiting? Okay. All right, I have 7A circled. Were they here? 1105 Northeast 117th Street? Oh, I thought you were all together. I'm sorry. So we have a discussion item, 7A, 1105 Northeast 117th Street, driveway, property information protected. 7A. Oh, there's nothing on the Dropbox, so he's gonna present us a discussion item. What's your question? We have nothing to talk, to see, so.
Well, make a long story short, I had a ribbon style driveway. I've been in the home for like 40 years. It's not gonna fly based on new codes and stuff. I'd have to add, you know, from the ribbon to the road and this. I said, forget it, I'm putting in a new driveway. Hired a contractor, he shafted me. It went on for a long time. Code came down on me. I hired another guy, he didn't have a license. And so I said, I'm gonna put it in my name because they gave me a deadline until the next meeting or I think it's June 16th. I'm not positive right now. Code meeting.
Oh, code board meeting.
Yeah,
It's
code
the
board
middle,
meeting.
middle of the month typically, yes.
Yeah, so I ended up hiring a guy. I put it in my name and I paid the fees and started submitting stuff. And then I find a guy like 2 days later, of course, and he's been doing everything. But is there any way to find out if this is gonna pass muster? I mean, has he submitted everything? He's from Broward and he had to get a license to work in Dade County. I've got his number here.
Yeah, so
That he
we-
submitted
so
stuff.
we have nothing in our packet that we get, for your property. So do you have what you're asking to do there with because right now you're a discussion item.
That's
We're talking
correct.
About it. So if you have something that you want to bring over and let us look at, we can look at it and give you your opinion.
Even though
We
it's,
can even sit, we can. come up
even though
here
it's, he's got it submitted? It's being
It's
reviewed?
not- It has not made it to us yet. So maybe he submitted it after the deadline.
Oh, I don't know what the deadline
Yeah,
was.
our deadline would have been last Monday.
Well, he did it. Okay. He did it, I think, on the 16th. That was Friday. Okay. Okay, well, all I wanted, I think if you just make calculations and if you can make the drawing, if it looks correct.
Do you have anything for us to look at, like a survey?
Yeah, of course. Can I bring it over?
Yeah, just bring it over.
Excuse me. I'm just. I submitted everything. 4 different copies. And they need, you leave the.
Now, are you planning on removing the ribbon part? Or
Yes,
you're just gonna,
it's
are you just
gonna
gonna
be
add,
removed.
you're putting a whole new driveway?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's 40 by 60. 48 by 10. I don't know if that-
I mean, it looks pretty straightforward driveway out to the street.
That's
There's
correct.
a little flare there.
And he has a 13.3.
You're plenty away from your neighbor. So I don't see, and you're just gonna make it out of what material?
Concrete.
So this would be a-
Yeah, sign.
So I don't see any, where we would have any issue with this. This looks like a pretty straightforward.
But what about tandem parking? I don't know how many feet, you have to have for each car.
So this is a single family house?
That's sort of
What, 2 bedroom
That's
maybe?
correct.
So you just have to have 2 parking spots? So one in behind the other,
That's
and it's
correct.
33 feet, so you'll be, have one here. Is this a garage?
No.
So you'll have one parking spot here, you have another one behind it. I don't think.
Yeah, 30.
But I thought it had to be 3 cars.
So
Yeah, so it's 2 cars for 2 bedrooms and, enough space for like somebody to pull in, and the person could come in here.
you have an 18-foot swale, so you
Yeah.
could do 3 in a line, no problem, because the average car isn't more than 17.
So the calculations. I've got it in front, but I don't trust it. But yeah.
If you, do you want me to do your calculations really quickly?
I don't have those.
So basically you have 40% of this, which you're way, your house is set back 32. 32.
And then you have it included at 75. So here's yard. Hit buttons on a calculator, that's all. Whale is. If he uploaded this with this on it, since I did it, is that okay, or do we need him to go and print out it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that,
Yeah.
so that's it.
And if he's already applied, he will be able, he should be on the next agenda and it should go right away. Is it your right?
2 weeks, 2 weeks.
No, ours is the first Monday of June.
I was like, okay, so.
The code
We're
board. is what
before,
you're thinking
yeah,
about.
we're
It's a different
before
one.
the code board.
Yeah, but that's, but I need time in case something's wrong, and that's what I'm trying to.
If
Because we're
you,
gonna slow.
if you come in front of us and you've uploaded that,
Yeah.
you come in front of us first thing on first Monday, and then you go to them and you say, hey, I have an approved driveway, and or finish.
Zoning approval.
Our next meeting is Monday, 9.
It's on the-
Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be, by the 16th, by that code compliance meeting, you'll be able to say, yeah, I have an approved permit, and
But we've already had 2 in May, so the next.
One more question, sir.
That's what I have in my calendar.
No second lapse, we have to have that. in the-
It's due 9.
Or when you start.
yeah, you don't want to do that until after you get an approved.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, no
Thank you
problem.
very much.
Thank you for your patience.
That's all right.
All right, thank you. All right, next will be 7B, discussion, new project, 11705 Northeast Seventh Avenue, single family residence, this first review. We have the architect here and we're gonna go up to the table.
There's no materials, right? in the-
Under 6H.
Well, it's actually, yeah, it's under 6H, but they have the plan. Okay. Good evening. I shook your hand, but I'll shake your hand again.
Of course.
Hey, I'm Gage. Hi.
Christian.
Where's it located? Seventh Avenue?
Hey, Scarlett. Your hair's grown since last time I saw you.
All right, it's your show. Would you like to present it to us?
Okay, so this is gonna be the new residence. It's gonna be a corner lot on the northeast corner of, you can see here. On Seventh Avenue and 117, 11.
This is number 7, if you guys.
Yeah, there's extra ones. So here we present, it's gonna be a two-story house. We have our setbacks highlighted for the,
107.
I think it might be a typo, it's gonna be 117.
Do we, what does this house look like now? Is there a current?
There is an existing
Yeah,
story house.
okay.
We have a survey for it.
Okay, I'm just, I'm thinking the 107th and 119th that they just came in and did all that renovation work. So this is not it. This is not, you're not tearing down something that's covered.
117?
Yeah, it's on the corner of you. That's catty quarter to the little Spanish one.
Yeah.
This is the northeast corner, yeah. Okay. All right.
By the way, what is the city's position on surveys for a project? How recent do they have to be?
I mean, for something like this, obviously it's gotta be new. But I mean, but if it's like that drive or the fence they have a couple-year-old permit or surveys. I mean, we usually are pretty forgiving.
I think when I did a new house, I think it was 6 months. 6 months, I think so.
No, we don't have a code requirement.
I would stick with 6 months.
6 months,
I've never heard 2. I've always heard between 6 and 1 year.
6 months.
And I was gonna jump in and I said, it's none of my beeswax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was,
But if it's just like a fence and usually the people are not objecting to it, then,
yeah.
I mean, in the code, the survey does say half a foot in.
This guy got pretty aggressive.
Yes.
You tried to like back him off. and-
Well, the part that was confusing to me is they wanted the same thing.
Yeah.
But he was fighting it, so I was like, all right, let me just say it back to you again out loud.
They're giving you a brand new, offense, so.
Yes.
All right,
So one.
well, let's let the gentleman present his.
Right, so this is gonna be the proposed outline of the first floor. I put the dash line for the second floor, the overhangs for clarity. It's gonna be one room in the first floor, which will be the office, and then obviously big open space here. Have some openness towards the front of the house where the pool is gonna be, barbecue area, pool bath. Once you go up the stairs, we'll have this little space here, we double height at the entrance, giving us a walkway connecting the two sides, the master side with the other two bedrooms and their own baths.
Okay. Do you have a dimension on this from here to here?
Yes.
It's under 30 for sure.
It is definitely under 30 because we have been through this before.
Okay.
We do not.
You
have a
measured it.
dimension. Yeah,
And you didn't put a dimension on there?
I did
There you
not.
go.
It should be 29, like 29.7 if I remember.
Okay.
It's pretty close.
This was a challenging lot because it's so narrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dealing with the pool setback, separate from the house setback.
Well, that's actually, yeah. And that's where I think you might be wrong, because the pool setbacks are the same as the house.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm trying to David was going to go there but if the question is.
That's what I did. Go around. It's called attractive nuisance. Paint it like half a little
So,
bit walk
so tell me,
down the
Ward,
street.
what did you think the percent that was?
Huh?
I was just curious, what did you think the pool setback was and
Right here
where'd
at
you come from that? Where'd you come up with that?
10 feet from the front and then
But from where? Where did it come from? Is it Mooney Code?
from Mooney Code.
But not Biscayne Park Muni Code.
Yeah, went to Biscayne Park.
So the accessory structures have the same setbacks as the main structure. So you have a dual front, you have 30 feet, 30 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet.
Yep.
So I don't know, I'm not trying to understand, is this 30 feet to here?
No.
Okay.
That one's maintaining the 10 foot that I had.
Okay,
I don't know where you got
All right,
that.
all right.
Yeah.
What he's saying is he wasn't in this dimensionality. I think that he was thinking it was the same as if it was a side or a back dimensionality, but
But the front
This-
door is right here.
yeah, this would
So
be.
this is clearly the front yard.
Yeah.
Variance.
Yeah, but that's, as a new construction, how is it a hardship for even consider that? So, so yeah, so that would be idea number one. So let's just run through this. You have, what do you have? You have 30 feet, 30 feet, 10 foot 3, 10 foot 3, okay. Why 10 foot 3 and not just go 10 feet?
Just give us a little wiggle room in case anything
It's
goes wrong.
Okay.
Miami, man.
Okay.
It's Miami.
Okay,
But idea was 10 and the neighbor came and said, that looks less than 10. I was like, they measure it.
If the plaster's off a half an inch, you're messed up.
Fight you.
so based on what you're submitting, what is your lot coverage? Oh, here we go. Okay, nice small wording.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's at 49% actually.
Okay. So you're at 49.32 or 52?
That includes
That's all the walkways, all this pool deck, patio, things like that.
Yes, everything.
Okay.
the basis for the AC units, everything.
So-
There is, just to give it, there is like corner lots can go to the socket. You're not gonna get it done with the house like basically you guys finish the house without the pool.
Yeah.
Sell it to somebody, then they, as a resident, says, hey, I wanna put a pool and I only have front yards because of, I'm built on the 10 and 10.
So,
Can I
so,
get a variance, but then that's something that, like, you guys can't
As something new, you can.
offer that as a selling point, you gotta, but like, it's unfortunately not gonna.
so we're here not to advise you to get variances.
Yes.
So we are
get it.
here to tell, we are here to tell you to follow the code,
I
okay?
understand.
Not,
It was a
not,
very
not,
good
the
gesture.
excuse is not to go to variance on every application. Okay, so the question is you have all this patio that's covered and why can't it be enclosed and the pool put back over here? But to the variance point, if you're leveling the house and there's nothing on the lot, there's no hardship. There's no, it's a hard to make a discussion that there's something about the lot that's gonna grant you the ability to put a variance.
Well, here's an opportunity. We
yeah.
can ask for the variance with the existing house there, and then we can come back and tear the house down and then build a house.
Variants are very tough.
Anywhere,
Mm.
anywhere.
Say or hear that.
It's not being recorded either.
No.
It is being recorded.
But, you know, you're the architect, I mean, it's your vision and everything, so, but the question is with all this covered patio, can you reconfigure that first floor so that you could actually put the pool here and, I mean, the thing is that so you have 30 feet to the pool line.
Mhm.
Okay, so the pool could actually sit, you could have the deck out here.
Yeah.
You know, you're on a corner lot, you have the bump out that we just described to the other lady.
Mm-hmm.
So you could actually have from the front corner of the house out 15 feet to go across.
Yeah.
So you could technically have this pool deck out in front of the house on the inside of the front setback and fence it in, but the actual structure of the pool has to be within that 30 feet.
Within the 30.
You know, you could have an L-shaped pool or do something that's kind of, you know, giving you,
Fencing guidelines, it's like in the front yard, again, I call it an attractive nuisance. You can't have a pool that is visibly obvious with a climbable fence for a little kid to be riding his bike and then be like, screw it, it's hot, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
drive in that kid's pool.
Yeah. No, we.
I mean, that's Florida building code. I mean, you can have a pool, a fence that's
No,
climbable.
but, so the reason why I'm bringing that up is because they can do a fence up to 15 feet in front, so to take that into account of any place where you are gonna have a pool, you're gonna need to fence in that area, which right now, there isn't one.
And we expected to need to do that. We just left it open so that it could be visually seen, thinking that it was gonna be a great sales tool, you know?
Hang out in your front yard.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the 4 feet, I think 4 feet is what the pool fence is.
So gauge how far it's in the front setback.
It's
Well, you can have 6 feet high in that.
So you can have 6 feet,
Max.
but I think for pool safety.
Yeah,
I think
4, I think.
the
Four.
minimum height is 4 feet. Cause like most of the pool safety fences. they
No,
use
you're
the
right,
building
it's 4.
background is
Yeah,
4
my
feet.
Four
four
feet.
is 4. I think it's 4.
So
Yeah.
you have a 4-foot front fence, that should satisfy that requirement.
Okay. So again, I mean, getting creative, moving that barbecue around, doing something so that the pool is more of an L, it's sitting within your setbacks, you don't have to worry, you guys are very creative people, I'm sure you can figure this out. It is a tough lot, your son is going this way, so even if you had the pool here, you'd probably get all afternoon sun. You know,
I gotta convince these guys to just do a jacuzzi and call it a day.
yeah.
Might be.
But
That's true, that's true.
But,
That's right.
but if I can write on
Oh,
this,
of course.
you have the ability to fence. That's one of the reasons the code was written in a way that when we added the corner lot, because we knew corner lots have had issues. You have you have the ability to capture a good amount of property here. This just can't go in front of the house, so you could conceivably go here, it just couldn't go out over here, so, and since your second story is here, I mean, you could look at refiguring that to get your pool in there. But so let's look, so besides that, let's go look at the next things. We're taking your word that you have 30 feet back there.
Yeah.
Cause, this is your neighbor's lot, so this is your side, so you have a 30 feet, but you have it set.
So that's their feet.
Yes.
Lots of undulation, there's movement, there's, you're doing,
Opposite 2710.
this is the front, this is the front, this is the side facing the other street, so there's no windows issue. You have applications of siding, you have all kinds of nice detail to the house. And then this is the one that faces your neighbor behind?
Yeah, that would be facing.
Okay, so, and what is that window there?
Downstairs.
That's the stairs. Okay.
That window?
But the question would be,
You need
is
lights so
this,
people can't, fall.
That's why
Yeah.
I said 27.
but it's also, if you wanna, here's your building envelope, it has to, I don't know where that falls. It's 1/3, 1/3, 2/3. So if this is in that 1/3, it doesn't, these window situation is not so critical for the obscuring idea.
Are you
You
saying
do have
that you
1, 2,
care-
you have 1, 2, 3 different roof levels.
Are you saying that you care because the landing is on this side of the window?
No, I mean,
Oh,
this window is still looking into the neighbor's backyard roughly, so,
They can't look out of it because it's in a stairwell.
well, somebody could stand on the landing and stare into the neighbor's
That's what
house.
I was asking.
It doesn't say whether or not what's on the inside of this window, it's a window overlooking a neighbor.
That's why I was asking. It's where the landing is, or the height of the landing.
Right.
That's a low landing. I think it's probably around here somewhere.
So if they gave you dimensionality of height of the landing, would that make you more comfortable with?
Yeah, cause you're.
It's still a window looking, I mean, if the staircase was flipped around so that the was going the other direction or something and the second story level with here overlooking or something, maybe that is a consideration, but I still think it's,
On the second floor, it's over here, the walkway.
Yeah, but if if the landing is at 5 feet, halfway up, like.
Exactly.
10 foot thing,
You can't really see that much.
where is your living room, or is there a living room?
Right here, this area.
So it's a
Living
family
room,
room,
dining-
living room thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
just one big
Okay.
open space.
I'm just saying, cause we've had other plants that have double wide windows that look over it, cause it's like, oh, that second floor, there's not a way for someone to be standing on the inside of that window. It's basically
The 15 feet
Nine.
of this,
9 times
like,
6.
so the landing is halfway through that first.
9 times 6. 4'5"? Yeah. So you're at 4'5".
I guess what I'm saying is I don't personally have an issue with it because if the second floor landing was against the glass, I would have an issue with it. The gauges, where the 5 feet, then the person being, having eye level basically at 10 feet.
It's still a window within the rear 2/3 of the side setback. And it needs to be done in a way that, you know, obscures or diminishes is the word, view into your neighbor's yard, so. Whether or not it's got a staircase or not, it's still a window that looks into your neighbor's
Can I
yard.
ask you a question? If it just had a bigger header here, and so the second floor of the window didn't start until 6 feet.
So here's my thing. These are professional architects. We're gonna let them figure it out, and we're not gonna build their house for them or design a house for them.
But I guess.
I'm saying that they know the code and they can figure it out a way of diminishing that view into the neighbor's property.
Well, we welcome the comments.
Yeah, but that's the part that is up, that's what I'm saying, that's the part that's up for interpretation. If I'm looking at that saying, oh, I'm okay with it in that capacity, and you're saying you're not, I'm asking, hey, if they had a header that was like 4'5" plus another 5 feet, that went another 1.5 feet, so that there's not an easy way from when you're on the landing to be looking out.
Yeah.
If that make it, so there's a thick ribbon in the middle of it.
And that makes sense to me.
Okay,
That makes sense to me too.
then
We've done that in a couple of the other houses and it looks fine too.
I'm just trying to make you happy, Gage, because you know I love you.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's whether what you're describing or not, you're still gonna have a window like that, that's looking out over the property. But whether or not there's a landing on the other side or a bedroom on the other side or whatever, there's still a window there that looks into.
You
8
can't-
feet back.
Yeah, you're at that point, that window up there, you're at the
But
second
we're-
level over here.
But what is this here?
That's
What
at
is this here?
4'5". That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
It's
this,
a little more tight for me.
this one goes to 4'5" and this one.
What's your distance between the floors? So what is this floor here and what is here?
6 is 30 inches.
13.2 for the.
13 foot. So right here, you're at 6'6", whatever, in the middle, halfway up the stairs.
Yeah, roughly.
So 6 foot plus 6, if
Right,
I'm
because
6 foot tall, I'm 12 feet, I'm standing, my eyes are at 12 feet above the ground, looking over into the neighbor's. yard.
Very handsome 6 foot.
But at that point, you're probably looking at, if it's at some point a new house, you're looking at the peak.
Well, I guess that's, if you put a thicker ribbon
Yeah.
in there and you were able to say, all right, this is what your line of sight is above the ribbon and below the ribbon, then if you wanted to keep.
We'll do a
it
section, we'll do a
double
section
Okay,
through there and show it to you guys.
So being devil's advocate, coming back, if you're just looking at the inside of a fence here and the peak of a roof here, what's the purpose of that huge window?
Just like.
Lighting, light.
Morning
Can a
light.
clear story handle that or something, or just having that glass on the front here?
It was also nice because it's, in the other elevation, it matches with where the front entrance is to have light through the front and the back matching. It kind of keeping the whole staircase.
Just a very open,
Clear
space. Aesthetically.
But if they put a back or header in there, then it's almost like they're clear story.
So you can see the window in here.
Yeah.
What about if they do that glass that is not, you can see through?
It's just a lot of milky glass. What's the purpose of it?
It's terrible. It's like- I mean, eventually somebody's, they're gonna say, who did this? I mean, it's
Yeah.
point. I mean, listen, we'll try it that way. We'll add a little bit more concrete. Maybe we can do a top ribbon and a vertical ribbon. Maybe do an L there somehow. And try to do something funky down below. Maybe we'll do an L with a little window down the.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, maybe it is something like.
Yeah.
You come up the stairs, you're looking at part of the window and this falls with outside of the 2/3.
We'll try it. We'll see what it looks like.
Because if you, you know, if you're.
At the end of the day, it's at the back of the house anyway,
Is this
so-
the front? These are the first floor, right?
This is the second floor.
I mean, this is the outline for the first floor, right?
Oh, yeah. So
So
the
your,
driveway would be
so
over
your
here.
buildable area is there, so, you know, again, it's the 2/3, 1/3 thing. So does that fall in the front 1/3? That falls in the, back 2/3.
So what is that rule? If it falls within that 1/3, it's not that critical anymore?
It's just that the rule is that typically the front 1/3 is you're overlooking the side of the neighbor's house. We're trying to protect the backyard privacy of the neighbors to your,
Oh,
next
okay.
to you.
Okay.
So that if they have a pool or something, they're not laying in the pool worrying that somebody's standing on the landing looking at them.
And again, that makes sense. However, if you've got an old existing house, if you design this one to what that one looks like, then when they tear that one down, everything could, all bets are off.
Yeah.
It goes,
That becomes the architect next door's issue.
yeah, but that window will still be there. So, it's just, I don't know, let us look at it. I like that idea of keeping the top part with a beam in between. We've done that. It looks really good. And let's do the line of sight sketch for you guys. So that way we can see where it's really at. Other than that, the pool is the one that's now really got me worried.
Yeah.
Let's check where that Immunicode is, and I wish I could communicate with you guys more than just only here. I know I found your number. Well, I found his number and I called him up and it was like, how the hell did you find me?
It's not that hard. But I mean, come on, you have a lot of flat roof in it. I mean, you should be able to work that a little bit.
Yeah.
Right on the overhang.
Rooftop pool, yeah, I love it. Wow, a lot of gallons of water, man. All right, well, we'll work that out. I mean, I'd love to find out where we got that Immunicode, and then you're saying that even though it's saying that pools have those setbacks, there's another clause in there that accessory.
There's nothing in the code that says the pool has less than 30%.
Really?
30 feet. A pool is an accessory structure, and accessory structure has the same setbacks as the main structure.
Accessory structure, make sure you write that down. Accessory structure.
So there's no, you might have seen something to do with a fence or something, but
I don't know.
there's no,
We'll check it out. I mean, if we
Yeah.
find something, we'll bring it back.
well, I mean, yeah.
We'll talk about it.
So,
We'll talk about it. Damn, there goes our opportunity of getting it approved on the second time around.
yeah.
We can still do it.
Next time, yeah, we'll still do it.
Okay, guys. Thanks.
Thank
How's
you
the other
very much.
houses coming along? I think 8th Avenue is for sale. That's
Yeah,
all
man, that looks nice.
landscaping and everything looks
Yeah,
good. Looks really nice.
Pretty, we're very proud of that.
Yeah, it came out
Yeah,
really nice.
Really nice.
And you're doing the other one on 11th, 111th?
Yes.
Do you have both of those? Is both of those yours? One's empty and one that's under, it's
The one
almost,
that's empty is not me.
Oh,
I
does
think
it?
it might have been the other gentleman that got ahead of us here
Okay.
today, only because you called him up. I want to try that trick next time.
okay. Oh, that's right. He did do that because
He did that one.
he
That
has,
was
he has the view and we had him work with the view to the neighbors to the one side on the east side because they have a pool. He had the same second story comments that he did. Yeah, that was, sorry, we're going through a little transition on, our clerks.
Listen, that fence, application made it all worth it.
So,
Just to hear those two.
see what we're up to.
I guess the only thing I could comment is if that happens again, because you guys have a, nice group of people, you're very friendly. And it calls for someone to be able to do that. I've done it myself. I would probably say, excuse me, sir, you need to present from over there.
Yeah,
Give them their turn. When they're done, then it's your turn.
he really did inject himself. So, but, okay, we worked it out.
And then we'll make that relationship. I will thank you again. I want your, coaching us. I want to see go Panthers.
Yeah, thank you.
That's gonna be moved to second discussion item, second review.
We submit this now again. Whatever we can, by that Monday, the next Monday before. Yeah.
You're gonna need a tree survey too at some point before approval as well.
Research.
Yeah.
We'll check it out. All right.
Great.
If
Bye, have a good night.
I could just speak for, submit it.
Sure. What?
Hey there, good evening. My name is, what's that?
Your address and your name?
Yeah, my name is Leo Cosio, 11522 Southwest 4th Street, Miami, Florida. I am a finalist for your village manager position, and I just wanted to come by and introduce myself and thank you for all you do. Thank you for your service, and that was enlightening, to say the least. So I look forward to getting to know each of you a little better, and I hope that you come out to the Thursday special meeting that we're having. So
Your name one more time?
Leo Cosio.
Okay.
Yeah, I currently am the chief of staff to the city manager in North Bay Village. So yeah, happy to be here. Thank you. That's all.
But do you have Mario's old position?
I do actually, yeah.
Mario Diaz's
That's,
old-
that's absolutely right,
So,
yeah. He's very happy that I'm trying to follow in his footsteps, so he's a good guy. Yeah, of course.
It was a very kind of not our typical meeting. We had a little feistiness happen today, so we worked it out, so. All right.
Unfortunately, I was excited to take a field trip.
Yeah.
Over to their house.
So,
Are you related to Eddie?
wasn't really asking a question about,
Eduardo?
I know an Eddie, I know an Eddie Cosio. Yeah. Is he blonde?
The younger, do you know the younger one or the older?
Is it family of Alex Cosio also? Is it that same? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, I don't know where they live, but I went to high school with that family.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, are you familiar with Belen Jesuit?
Yeah.
So I was there with them.
Eddie worked.
Not related, different Cosio family.
It's still a good name.
okay. Okay, all right, so I have the minutes from our meeting of May 12th, 2025. But no, you can vote on it. There's no reason not to vote on it unless you have a conflict of some sort on it, or it's minutes, so I don't think there would be even a conflict on it. Okay, so. Tabled, approved.
Listed in the Dropbox. Going off your eyebrow. Was it a five? 'Cause I only see fives and sixes.
So, what is your question? So I have that 6I. That's- Table, okay, so that's correct. And then the other one was. But that's what it was. So 6L says denied. And I have 6L. Oh, it is for me. I'm sorry. Sorry. Trying to do it on my phone. It's tiny. Approved. Okay. Can I get a motion, please? David and Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. So we have 5B 10901 Northeast 10th Avenue, our materials for a roof. Four 12 tile roof, Saxony. Motion to approve. David and Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, 5C 11010 Northeast 9th Avenue, gravel driveway.
So code compliance wants to just run around and figure it out. The past two meetings, nothing.
I think they're trying to get everybody to come into compliance.
So the calculation thing, yeah. Well, it's still done. Yeah, please.
there a color for the gravel? And the size of the gravel anywhere noted? I mean, they have the board, I mean, it looks a very nice application. It's got the borders and it's all called out, but
Yeah, it's 19 feet, that's fine.
finished top layer of Desiccant grade gravel. Average diameter 38. I mean, they have even the size of the gravel called out and everything.
It's like gray gravel. Oh, right.
Grade gravel, grade. Dense grade gravel, sorry.
Sounds like gray gravel.
Oh, crushed limestone is prohibited. Oh, is prohibited. Okay. So do we want to prove it based on a new approach calculations? Because David, you're saying the approach.
The approach.
Okay.
Less than 20.
Okay, so they just have to update the drawings with the correct approach and maybe provide a photo of the gravel and the chair can look at it. Make sure it's not hot pink. Whatever, I guess you can have hot pink if it's made. But we have to know what it is. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, so motion to approve pending clarification on color of gravel.
And the calculation.
And the soil calculation.
Second. David and Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. They update the calculations. It doesn't include the approach. They need to have the calculations include the approach. And then they need to have I need to know what the gravel is. Is there a photograph of it? And then like the roof that you did last time, just send it to me and I can say, okay. He has actually, well, yes, because it does, they quote the code 3/8 to 3/4, but we need to know what it is. It doesn't actually say what the actual specification. All right, next is 5D 11501 Northeast 10th Avenue, driveway mail. I thought he was approved for his driveway. Manuel Ortiz. So this is the gentleman that's separating his lots. It's been going on for a while. I thought we had approved this driveway a long time ago. His calculations 14 and 12. Yeah.
As a driveway, we have to do the second one and then do this before we get on the house.
Oh, so it looks like it changed. He now has like this thing that goes along 10th Avenue, which he didn't have before. So,
Have a good evening, guys.
thank
Take
you.
care.
Thanks for coming by and saying hi. It looks like the new driveway is going to be 2 feet set back from maybe where the new property line is going to go. That would be my question is how does this intersect the new property? And is this gravel? So the same question, what gravel is specified and what color? And what size? It just says 4-inch gravel, but it doesn't say what type of gravel it is. And those parking stops are not allowed. You're not allowed to have parking stops. Which still has on the new drawing. I don't see an issue with it as long as he provides the gravel and clarification that the parking stops aren't there.
Not a current problem, but a potential future problem for him. But this 60-foot strip is a full 40% what his swale is. So it looks like that further north area, different driveway.
Well, it's a corner lot, so he has, all of 115th Street,
Oh, okay.
side that's part of his calculation.
Alright, yeah, so motion to approve pending submittal of the color and size of gravel. Okay.
Okay, David and Pablo, I'm sorry, all in favor say aye, aye. So gravel and no parking stop. All right, 6B, 1002 Northeast 117th Street, windows and doors. Well, the windows look like they're fixed. I don't think there's even an operable window in the house. Something looks like code. There's this one. I mean, that's up to the code to talk about. We're just concerned about what they all look like, but you are correct. I mean, they all look like they're fixed. Hold on, let's go up to each plan. Oh, that looks like they look like sliders, actually. You look at the 3 bedrooms, don't those look like sliding doors? Those are sliding doors. So they have slider facing the front of the house and another slider facing the front of the house. That's gonna be awkward, but
And 24.
they are sliders. It's only a 3-bedroom house, actually.
Frames are all black.
Here, Pablo, all in favor, say aye, aye. Next is gonna be 6C, 1017 Northeast 115th Street, windows and doors. 6C.
It says small addition and interior remodel on which one?
The top says windows and doors,
Small addition and interior remodel, okay.
but these are just,
So this could be one of those ones that they kicked over to us a little bit.
well, it's just has glass. So,
There's no floor plan here?
well, what I'm thinking is that maybe there was the original that we already approved, the small addition, and now they're coming back just to get the windows.
But there's not a window schedule anywhere on this, like a floor plan? I mean, this looks like it's all window product. Okay, so page cover. Page AD 16-29. AD 16-29. I don't see an actual schedule of where all these windows go. So, I mean, there's a lot of product approval and the windows look good, but we don't know.
Oh, yeah, so there's on page.
Yes, I'm scrolling through
It
46.
says opening number A, fixed glass, opening 7, new dining room. So it's just those two.
But where is it related to on the plan? Oh, hold on.
I can't
Here's
figure out
page.
which page it is.
So there's page number 61. There's a schedule for,
Says opening number A and opening 7.
so Opening A and open number 7.
That's what I was reading. I just couldn't figure out how to trouble.
What was all that product approval that was above that?
A lot of it is door handle stuff. It's like 20 pages on. just door handle.
We table this for more information.
Yeah,
It's just confusing to have 106 pages of stuff,
Well, the
two
only,
windows.
the only thing that we want is,
Schedule.
Table for a layout of where the scheduled windows are going in. Confirmation that it's only one window, one door.
Yeah, a lot of product approval for two openings.
Said there's 21 pages on the hand.
David and Pablo. Motion table is. Next, 6D. 1030 Northeast 121st Street, driveway.
Well.
We are at 31% and 27%. It's all in front of the garage and it has a nice little walkway over to the other side. Is this? This is the one, okay, this is the one that we tabled because of the wall that they were kind of building. And also. I don't know. I mean, first of all, this is already done. I mean, this is that house that's new build on 121st Street. But before I say anything, let's scroll down and see if they added any additional. So there's pictures of it already done on page number 11.
This is 6D, right? Yes,
Yeah.
David?
Yeah. So it's a concrete approach. It's done. It does look fine. I mean, it's concrete with a little design up on the other side. I think the issue was the wall, was the kind of the wall on the left. Oh, I see what they're doing there. So if you look at the last page, they're going to do a section and kind of like step it up towards that, this driveway section. So they added something to the side to mitigate that step off. So it's going to be like steps basically. I guess. And it's kind of weird, but.
Second.
David, Pablo, on favor, say aye. 6F, 11370 Northeast 8th Avenue, windows and door.
Just the entry door and 2 patio doors. So. By 80, sliding.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
David, Pablo, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Carried. Next is going to be 6G, 11636 North 7th Avenue, another windows and doors. Wow. Someone's getting ready for their hurricane, but
Yeah.
better hurry up.
2 weeks.
It hasn't rained all year.
Well, it poured last weekend.
And it slowed on us.
Yeah, but bad.
Okay, so Windows number 23, 24, 54, 24, 22. Is this one of the new construction? 116. So this is the new house that's around the corner from Pablo. Again, a bunch of,
Clear stories. Clear story sliders and then. it's a 20.
windows. I think architects from
Are black.
South America have a different take on privacy than we do.
Oh, should do.
The windows facing exterior?
They face the street and they're like these massive.
And then all of a sudden they just put lines.
Yeah. You're laying down for a nap and you can watch your neighbors go by. We moved 6H to 7B, so we've completed our agenda.
That's what you were saying was the ninth?
Yeah, I thought it would be. Is that what this, is that what the calendar says?
That's what I have in mind.
Wonder why we didn't do,
Well, next.
I think because there is a-
Next week is
the mo-
Memorial.
yeah, but that's May 26th, so the week after would have been June 2nd, but
I'm
can
not,
somebody look at the calendar really?
yeah, I'm not here June second. I knew for a long time that I wouldn't be here June second, so there's a chance that it was moved back or something, something like that. I am here June.
Could have been also that also, plus we looked at June and July and figured that July would be 7th and 21st, so 9, 23. So that's, so we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 weeks between this meeting and the next, and then we'll have 2 weeks between that one, and then 2 weeks between that and July. Okay,
I'm
so
letting you know I'm not here the second one.
okay.
Somewhere there.
So our next, it's not on the calendar, actually, looking at the village website.
Well,
So it's neither one, the 2nd or the 9th, but we can
Pretty sure it's
say
the 9th.
June 9th is our next meeting. And then after that would be the 23rd. So David's not gonna, you will be here the 9th. I will be here on the 9th.
Should be
Probably.
on this.
Okay.
Or close meeting.
I think the next meeting, we should all be okay, Scarlett?
Is Ed coming back by then? Or?
He should, hopefully. I mean, I know he's dealing with a newborn, so I'm sure that's keeping him really busy.
Joke.
All right, any further business?
Motion to adjourn.
We're adjourned at 8:22. All in favor, say aye. Aye. He's in bed?